Good evening, everyone. Hope you all will be fine. Today's topic was problem-based learning in maths workshop, CBL training. Today's topic was problem-based learning. So, what is problem-based learning? Problem-based learning (PBL) describes a learning environment where problems derive the learning. Means, if you teach something to students by giving a problem, if you start your class with a problem, the students will give more attention and they will try to solve the problem, and in this process they learn many things. So you have to create problem, you have to make a situation, a problem that derives the students to learn something. So it is called problem based learning, to teach the students with the help of problems. So in this topic, the first thing which I want to say, this slide, look this slide, base of problem based learning. Teachers transaction time should be less in the classroom during teaching, and students participation time should be maximum. Why I am saying this? Because it was discussed many times in today's session. This is the key point. You have to just frame a question that drives the students to think many answers, to think with different ways. So you have to take less time and let the students speak, let the students solve the question. So they need maximum time. So in this slide you can read, teachers transaction time should be less. So this was the focused line. So you have to keep in mind this line. Okay, teachers transaction time should be less in the classroom during teaching, and students participation time should be maximum. This was the key point number one. Next, principle of an effective mathematics framework. So these are the steps: metacognition, processes, concept, skill, एटीट्यूड. तो इसमें जो कहा गया कि मेटाकोग्निशन और प्रोसेसेज मीन्स कि अगर आपने किसी बच्चे को या क्लास में आपने कोई एक सिचुएशन दे दी, आपको प्रॉब्लम्स देनी है. प्रॉब्लम मीन्स कि प्रॉब्लम मतलब कि आपको एक क्वेश्चन देना है, एक सिचुएशन बना के क्वेश्चन दे देना है. ये सारी चीज़ें जो हम इन दिनों में सीखे हैं, इनका बेस यही है कि हमको क्वेश्चन फ्रेम ऐसे करने हैं बच्चे के दिमाग में क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग का जो कॉन्सेप्ट आ जाए. मेनली पीसा के लिए जो सारी चीज़ें हो रही हैं कि बड़ी क्लासों में बच्चे पीसा के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने में प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे हैं, तो उसके लिए ये की पॉइंट्स की तरह है. छोटे बच्चों से ही हमको क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट बच्चों को देना है, इसलिए सारी चीज़ें CBL का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है यहाँ से आया है. तो मेटाकॉग्निशन मतलब कि आपने बच्चे को क्वेश्चन दे दिए तो बच्चा उसको समझेगा, है ना, अपने हिसाब से उसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करेगा. ठीक है, तो वो फर्स्ट स्टेप हो गया. सेकंड है, फिर वो प्रोसेस में आएगा, यानी इसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करेगा. अगर वो इसको कर पाता है तो कॉन्सेप्ट जो है वो डेवलप होगा, और वो जब कॉन्सेप्ट उसमें डेवलप हो जाएगा तो वो उसकी स्किल बन जाएगी. फिर वो उस काम को बहुत आसानी से कर पाएगा, और जब स्किल बन जाएगी तो उसके एटीट्यूड में, उसके व्यवहार में, उसके दृष्टिकोण में वो चीज़ आ जाएगी. तो ये सारी चीज़ें हैं, इन चीज़ों को देखना है. डिजायरेबल मैथमेटिक्स abilities, you can read this. Problem solving steps. If you give some problem, there are some steps. At first student will think what is my problem, then he will think different ways to solve it out, and in this process he learns many things. Next, objectives of problem based learning. So you can read it. These are some simple sentences, you can understand it. Why do we ask problem in the class? You know very well. And these are some problems. You can see, if you put these problems in front of a student, they will think and you will get different type of answer in the classroom. As in our session also, many teachers gave different answers in different ways. So just put these questions in your class. Suppose 77 plus 39, how will you add? Some says 80 plus 40 minus 3 minus 1. some gave another answer, so there were many answers. The same happened here. And if any student is able to solve the questions, normal addition, subtraction, then give it. If he is able to do these questions, then we can say okay, he is understanding. So these are the questions. These two questions you can try also. This one 170 kilometer and this one pattern. These two questions you can try. And after that, yes, this is the main slide. Here we are discussing the main thing. The first slide was the important slide, was teachers transaction time should be minimum. That one the most important line, and that one the most important slide, first one. And now this is the main slide, second one. What was common in all the problems we saw? So just see all the slides above, and after that you can focus on it. Openness. There must be some openness in answers, openness in approach, openness in concept. So these are three main things under openness. What is the meaning of openness in answers? Openness in answers means just your questions should be like that. The answer may be vary for different students. There are many questions where you find different answers. So this type of question comes under openness in answer, or we can say there is openness in answers in that question. Suppose if I say write the multiples of 5 and 3, so students will write many answers and many more questions like that. Second one is openness in approach. Openness in approach. If I say find the LCM or HCF of 5 and 3, so he can use prime factorization method, he can use division method, or any other trick he can use. So there are different ways. Approaches means ways. If you find any answer with the help of different ways, different path, that is called openness in approach. The third one is openness in concepts. Openness in concept means if you are giving one question and he learns many things from that question, then we can say there is openness in concept. Suppose I give a question that Monu went to the market and he bought some sugar, 1 kg or 2 kg sugar, 1 liter or 2 liter oil. His mother gave 500 rupees, and the cost of sugar is this much and the cost of oil is this much. So how much money will he get back? So there are many concepts. If he thinks about liter oil, liter and millimeter concept. If he thinks about sugar, if he buys sugar, he will get the idea of gram and kilogram. He will get the idea of rupees and paise. He will get the idea of selling and buying, addition, subtraction. So there are different aspects that student can learn. So we can say there is openness in concept. So this is called openness. So there will be three types of openness: openness in answer, openness in approach, and openness in concepts. All these things you have to learn carefully, because in next time, means when the school will reopen and after some time, there will be maximum focus on these points what I have discussed during these 4 or 5 days. Suppose there will be any inspection, that the ACs or DCs they can ask about this, so be careful. Next one is relationship between concepts. Relationship between concepts means different concepts: area, perimeter, rupees, paisa, and shape and design, whatever. These are different concepts, and there may be some concept between these aspects or topics. So it should be in your question. Relationship between numbers. Okay, if we are talking about maths, so there will be, so design a question where there must be a relationship between numbers. Estimation of quantities of different types. So estimation means कि student should be able to estimate the area, rupees, paisa, perimeter, whatever estimation you know very well. So all these things are called attributes. So if someone says what are attributes, we can discuss all these things. Openness and difference between concepts means all concepts. If you want to give the concept of area, perimeter, liter, meter, capacity, estimation, and different things, subtraction, addition, all these things, all they come under attributes. Okay, so have a look in that PPT, and if you have any doubt you can ask. So this was all from my side. Thank you. Take care.